Hey guys, how's it going? It's literally been forever. I'm going to go ahead and record my giving birth experience. Everyone has a different experience and I'm actually pretty excited to share mine. And I'm going to be doing my makeup at the same time. To the people who do the at-home birth, y'all are some queens. Personally, I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to have the epidural shot simply because everyone kept giving me different experiences. So everyone's body is different. I mainly was just like, I was asking my aunts from Mexico who are nurses, like what they recommended. And I love that one of my aunts from Mexico, she was like, look, when the day comes, you are going to know for sure what you do and what you don't want. If you want the epidural shot, you're gonna ask for it. If you think you can handle it, you're not gonna ask for it. And I was like, that's the best advice I have gotten so far. Due date was my boyfriend's birthday. I was praying. I was like, baby, you need to come either a day before, a day after, or something. You cannot come the same day of your dad's birthday. Simply because I wanted my baby to have her own birthday. Personally, I thought that I was gonna have my baby before the due date. My stomach was huge, and my stomach was dropped so early that I was like, I'm gonna have the baby before. I think the reason my baby did not come before her due date is because I had a car accident when I was 8 months pregnant, and I was actually contracting that day that they gave me a shot to stop the contractions. So it delayed it because of the shot. My doctor was telling me that I was only 2 centimeters dilated, and that if I did not go up to 4 or 5 centimeters dilated, that I would need to be induced. So I had went to my doctor's appointment, I believe it was on a Friday, and my due date was on a Monday. I was doing everything I could to give birth. I was walking everywhere. I was eating spicy food. I was watching YouTube videos on what to do. I was bouncing. I was dancing. I was doing all these things to try to pop, and nothing worked. Monday on my due date, I went to the doctor's and she was like, you're still 2 centimeters dilated. You're gonna have to get induced. I'm gonna have to, if you can today, I need you to go to the hospital and fill out all the paperwork to get induced. And that's what I did the day of my due date. Super scared to get induced because I wanted to have a natural birth. I mean, if it came down to it and I needed to have a C-section for any reason, I was okay with it. But if it was my option, I wanted to have a natural birth. Tired of being pregnant, and I was just like, okay, if God wants me to have my baby by being induced, then so be it. Even starved myself for like a whole day, and then at night I would eat either just chocolate or just pineapple, or I would eat just something spicy to see if I would go into birth. Next day, which was June 25th, I woke up late. I woke up like around 11:30. My boyfriend was already at work and everything. I woke up at 11:30, and when I got up to use the restroom, because when you're pregnant you go to the restroom 25/8, I was bleeding, and I got worried because I was like, oh my gosh, it's after my due date. Is something wrong? Like, honestly, I think I had PTSD because of the car accident I was in when I was 8 months pregnant. So I was just scared. I called my doctor and she was like, you're gonna need to go to the hospital, just get yourself checked out. When you're pregnant, your doctor checks you more often when you're almost at your due date. Literally after your 34 weeks, you can have your baby anytime after that. So they check you more constantly, and my mom was like, well, maybe it's because the doctor had just checked you the day before. And I was like, no, but I've never ever bled when she checked me. I didn't eat anything that day. I ate a cup of oatmeal, a small cup, like a mug of oatmeal, and I went to the hospital and they were like, you are 4 centimeters dilated, we're gonna need to keep you. Like, yeah, you're actually having contractions. And I was like, what? I'm having contractions. I don't feel them. I'm gonna just go ahead and let you know before I even continue my story. If you are pregnant right now and you have a birth plan, yeah, throw that shit out the door, because your birthing experience is not gonna go how you want. It's gonna go by how your body feels and how the day. It's just like, you can't control everything, is what I'm trying to get at. You can control some things, but everything you're not gonna be able to. I personally did not have a birth plan, because I was just like, look, whenever it's time for me to pop, it's time for me to pop. He thought that I was maybe gonna be out one day with my mom or my boyfriend and my water was gonna break, like in the movies. Yeah, that doesn't happen like that. Well, to me, it did not happen like that. I was having contractions. I didn't even know it. I didn't feel them. But I thought, like, when I was 8 months pregnant and I was in a car accident, I was also having contractions and I also was not feeling them. But I thought it was because I was in shock because of the car accident. But I guess my body was just naturally like that. Like, I was not feeling the contractions. I would kind of feel like cramping. But when you're pregnant and your stomach gets bigger, like, you cramp. You feel those cramping. That's what I was feeling. It didn't feel anything different. I know I wanted my mom and my boyfriend and the delivery. I wanted them there. I didn't want my mother-in-law there, simply because I was like, she's gonna see all that, and like, my mom is my mom, and my boyfriend, like, you know, you're already seen it. But I was just like, I don't want her to see all that. But it was gonna be her first grandchild, so like, after all, I had like a change of heart, and I was like, look, she can go ahead and be in the room, but I want her next to me. Like, I don't want her seeing all my business. House around 1. Remember, at 11:30 I woke up to use the restroom, and that's when I called my boyfriend, my doctor, my boyfriend again. Then we finally got to the hospital like around 1, and I got admitted around 2:30, around there. And when they went to go visit me, it was already 4 o'clock, and nothing had happened. I was still contracting. I was bouncing on a ball. If you're pregnant, I know right now it's hard because of COVID, but if you're pregnant, like in the future, and COVID is still not a thing anymore, I would suggest you to explore and visit your hospital. That way you know where is their birthing suite, where is the emergency room, where is the NICU. I would suggest you to inform yourself on everything and take classes if you're a first-time parent, because myself, I have taken care of my brothers before. It was years ago. I still needed a reminder of how to take care of a baby, you know, a newborn, my child. So me and my boyfriend, we actually went to classes at the hospital that made us feel more confident and bringing a child into the world. Remember that I said I did not eat anything the whole day. I did not want to crap the table, because yes, ladies, when you're pregnant and you give birth, you're going to crap the table. It's normal. If I don't eat, I'm not gonna crap the table. I was starving, and I was like, if I don't eat, my baby's gonna come out quicker, right? Because that's what I want. My friend did not eat either. Literally, I had called, he came, like, when I called him and told him, hey, the doctor said we gotta go to the hospital, he didn't get his lunch breaks. He just came straight to the home, got our stuff, and we left. Ladies, let your baby daddy know, if he is going to buy food, or if someone's gonna buy him food or bring him food, to not eat it in a damn room where you haven't ate all day. Yeah, my boyfriend did that. I wanted to punch him in his face because I was starving and all I could smell was his damn food. My mom was at least kind enough to just be like, oh, they brought you a plate, but I told them that you can't eat. And she ate in the waiting area. Like, that's, thank you. If I eat anything, it might delay my delivery. It might push my baby back up or anything. After like 6 o'clock, everything else is a blur. I don't remember when I got my epidural. So sorry. 5 centimeters dilated, and they came in and broke my water. That's when I felt the contractions. After they broke my water, that's when I felt the contractions, and I wanted to die. No wonder I didn't feel anything. My water still wasn't broken. That's why I did not feel the contractions. I didn't know this, but your back expands as your baby is moving down into position to pop out. I didn't know my back was gonna hurt so bad. No one told me this. Everyone was like, oh, you're gonna crap on the table and you're gonna rip yourself and you're gonna get stitches and you should get the epidural. No, you shouldn't. Yeah, no one told me my back is gonna hurt more than the damn contractions. My epidural. And the secret, my ladies, the secret when you get the epidural, they're gonna put it on your back, right? Like on your spine. You have to crunch down with your big old pregnant belly. You have to crunch down and not move. Just don't get your body tense either, because it's gonna hurt. You have to relax, crunch down, and they're gonna put it on you, and she'll tell you when she's done, the nurse that's doing it. So that's the secret for it not to hurt, because if you go like this or you're tense, it's gonna hurt. Just crunch down, relax, think of something else. My back was hurting, I was crying. At this point, they had me on my side and they put like a peanut ball. Y'all know how peanuts look, right? So there's a ball that looks like a peanut and it's big, and they put it between my legs, and I was on my side like this, and they had my legs in a certain way so that can help the baby move down more so she can be ready for position to pop. Every now and then they would switch me sides, and every time they would switch me sides, I would throw up. No one told me this was possible for me to throw up. Yeah, I had nothing in my belly. I had basically just water. I threw up the oatmeal the first time, right? After that, nothing, just water. It was awful, and I was so ashamed too, but I was just like, and I was telling my mom, I didn't even want to tell my boyfriend. I was like, mom, I need to throw up. Give me something. Come on, I need the bag. Where's the bag? Where's the bag? And she was like, ooh, and I just, remember I was crying and I was holding on to my boyfriend. And I was holding on to my mom because it hurt so bad, and I felt dizzy. I felt super dizzy. Every time they would switch me and I would throw up, I felt really, really dizzy. I remember I fell asleep. I didn't know either, but when I was crying because of the pain and everything, I told my boyfriend to call the nurse, and she was like, oh, when she wants more dose, you have to press the button. You serious? I've been suffering for like, I don't know how long. And they hook up the epidural, there's medication, so I can just click when I need it. But it can't be too often. I think it was every 20 minutes. I don't remember the time limit because I was just so tired, so out. I was so done at this point, and I didn't even get to the hard part yet. I was also like wanting to do my makeup, and I was like, when I give birth, I'm gonna be so flawless. I'm gonna have my makeup done. I'm gonna be a bad bitch. Yeah, that did not happen. No, I had my glasses on. First of all, I had my glasses on. I had just a little bit of foundation. My mom, she did my hair in like a side braid. I looked like a little young girl, look younger than I already looked. I was not one of those lucky moms who got to do their makeup for their birth. Also, I did not even know what the hell, like what, I didn't even know what time it was anymore. On my mama's, it's okay, you know, it's okay. You are beautiful no matter what. Makeup or no makeup, you beautiful girl. You got this, okay? Okay. Nowhere I felt pressure in my vagina. Like, you know when you have to use number 2, the restroom number 2? And I don't know if this, I mean, I'm pretty sure this happens to everybody, but when you have to go so bad and you can't hold it in no more, you feel like it's about to come out and you run to the restroom to finally use it. Yeah, it felt like that, but in my vagina. Like, I just felt like pressure. Like, I was like, okay, I think it's time. My boyfriend called his mom so she can come to the hospital, you know, to see me give birth. Nurse came in and she was like, okay, we're gonna do a practice push. Me how to push. So y'all know when y'all watch movies and they're like all cute and stuff and they're just like this and they're like, ah. Yeah, no, it's not like that. That is not how you give birth. So they're gonna tell you to sit up and they're gonna put a whole bunch of pillows on your back so you're kind of comfortable. They're gonna put a whole bunch of pillows on your back and a nurse is gonna, I'm wearing shorts by the way. You're gonna be like this basically, right? They're gonna have pillows all in your back and a nurse is going to grab your foot and push it back, while on the other side they're either gonna tell whoever's with you, for me it was my boyfriend, he had to grab my leg. He was right there seeing everything, telling me how to push, and she was like, okay, when you push you have to basically push from your stomach and you have to hold your breath and push out. And so I thought it was gonna be simple. No, you have to breathe in, hold in your breath, then push, 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 push. So we did a practice push and she said I wasn't ready, so I had to wait longer. Keep in mind that when you get the epidural, I'm sorry I did not explain this, when you get the epidural you cannot move anymore, you cannot use the restroom. I didn't know this, but they put a catheter, I think that's how you say it, a catheter bag, so you can use the restroom there. Also, it helps them know if anything's wrong with you, like if you start peeing red or anything. Yeah, I didn't know that. No one explained that to me. I thought I still was gonna use the restroom normal. I don't know, I just thought the epidural was gonna help you to like not feel the birth, but I didn't know I was gonna be basically paralyzed from the waist down. What I'm saying is, do your research and have better knowledge of everything, because I basically did not know everything. Y'all see the difference that an eyelash makes? Eyelash, no eyelash. Damn, son. Okay, so then the nurse comes back, like I want to say it was like 5 minutes later, and she's like, okay, let's try another practice push. But for some reason I was so out of it, I thought she was gonna check me. So when she was like, let's do the practice push, yeah, I didn't do the practice push. Yeah. And she's like, you're still not ready? And I was like, no, what? I was like, no, I feel like I'm ready. And she was like, okay, let's try. And then that's when I realized we were doing a practice push and not her checking me. Just a side note here, when I had threw up, I remember my boyfriend had told the nurse, right? And she was like, oh my gosh, that's good. And I was like, what? Because I didn't know that basically it's good, because that means your baby is moving down. It just basically just moved out of the stomach area and it's getting more ready into position to pop. Okay, so the nurse was like, stop pushing, you're ready to give birth, stop. So she's getting everything ready, more nurses come in. My friend said that he freaked out because the doctor came in and they were getting her ready and then she left. So he said that that's when he got all worried, because he was like, where is she going? She's about to pop. Where is she going? And his mom too. His mom, I felt that she had got worried too. Like they started stressing and my mom had to calm his mom down. Had everything ready for my birth. The doctor comes, like, I tell my mom, I'm like, I have to push. I can't hold it anymore. But I wasn't in the position to push. And my mom was like, if you have to push, push. You can't, you can't hold your baby back in. You can't hold it in any longer. If you have to push, push. But I was scared, I was worried that I was gonna hurt my baby somehow. Get me into position to push. Y'all know how in the movies, the girls are screaming and they're acting wild. They're like, ah! Yeah, you're not supposed to do that. No, honey. If you scream, you're actually inhaling when you scream and you're gonna push your baby back up, and that's going to delay your birth. So I did exactly what the nurse told me to do. I had breathed in, I hold it, and then I would push from my bottom to give birth, from like, you know, from the stomach, from the bottom area. Had asked me, they're like, do you want a mirror so you can see yourself giving birth? And I was like, no, because if I thought that if I had saw myself giving birth, I wasn't gonna give birth. I was gonna be like and then just sink it back in. So I told them no. I was like, no, I don't want to see. I don't want a mirror. My mom was like, do you want a video of your daughter coming out and, you know, front? And I was like, no, take a side video. I don't know. Personally, I do not want to see that. I feel like I was going to be traumatized. And everyone was like, you're doing a good job. Come on, you can do it. Come on, one more time. Okay, one more time. And I remember the second push before last, I almost had my baby out, but I could not hold it in anymore to push. Like, I was running out of breath, and I was getting dizzy from going, holding it and then pushing and then pushing and then pushing and pushing and pushing it. And then when I couldn't hold in the breath anymore, I had to blow it out and then do it again. Do it again. That made me so dizzy. So if you're pregnant, practice your breathing. Breathe in, hold your breath, and then when you run out of breath, do it again. Because yeah, and the whole that you see in movies, yeah, that's not a thing. Well, for me, that was not a thing. So yeah, and then finally in the last push, I remember that I almost ran out of breath. I felt my baby get out, and I was like so relieved. I was like, oh my god. You know, they pat her in her back and they get her to breathe, take out the mucus and all that. They weigh her, they do all that, and then once they gave her to me, I remember I was crying and I was just so happy. And my boyfriend's mom and my boyfriend right away went to go see the baby while they were measuring her and cleaning her up a little bit. And my mom was with me holding my hand, and I was like, Mom, go see the baby. And she was like, no, I'm gonna stay with you. And I was like, okay. And I was still holding her hand, and I remember I was crying. I was just so emotional. Yeah, and then there's an afterbirth after the birth. Okay, like they push your stomach out to get your placenta and all that out of you. So it's a whole other birth. But they push your stomach, and I swear to you, that hurts even worse than the birth. The birth was nothing compared to that. And compared to my back basically opening up and hurting so bad. The birth was nothing compared to my back pain and the birth after the birth. Yeah, that I did not know that was gonna happen to me. I don't know why I thought it was like in the movies where they just take the baby out and you're done and you see your baby. Oh my god. No. What you see in the movies is not true. No, honey boo boo, no. After that, they had took out the catheter and all that. That was another pain too. Ugh. Gave me, or that was after they gave me the baby. They took out the epidural thing. But once they gave me my baby, I remember my baby right away was hungry. She just jumped and she latched so quick, and she was so hungry, like I was hungry. So, you know, if you're pregnant and you're trying to give birth, starve yourself, because apparently it works. Remember that I was just so happy to finally meet my baby girl, and I waited months and days to meet her. And honestly, it was the happiest moment of my life to finally give birth and to meet her, and for her to latch on me right away. It was just amazing. Yeah, so I would probably never go through it again because of the aftermath, not the birthing, the taking care of myself, the ripping, the stitches, all that. And if you guys want me to do a separate video on that, I'll probably do it sometime next week and explain how that went. But this is how my birthing experience went, and it actually went quite smoothly. My baby was born at 3:47 a.m. and she was 9 pounds and 7 ounces. Yeah, homegirl was big. Like, how did your body birth this big ass baby? All the nurses, my nurse was like showing up. She's like, oh yeah, she gave birth to like this 9-pound baby. She was amazing. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. See you soon.